What's happening? It is Musically Inclined, and I'm coming today with a video on who I think is going to drop this year and who to look out for. My top 3 list on who to look out for extremely high quality, very good albums. And I'll give you some reasons why I think this and why I'm thinking the way I am. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So I wanted to talk about the albums and who's coming out, who I am excited about, and who you should definitely be excited about. I'll leave the list down below and the reasons for why I think they're going to drop. You can go ahead and read through them if you want, or you can listen to the video. So far, this year has been super good. It's actually been extremely good for albums. We've got Drake, Kendrick, Chance, Schoolboy, Snoop Dogg, randomly, which was kind of crazy. Boss, Vic, tons of awesome albums. We got Drake with Views, Kendrick with Untitled, Unmastered, Chance with Coloring Book, Schoolboy Q with Blank Face, which is an amazing album, by the way. Go listen to Blank Face if you haven't yet. Kool-Aid Man by Snoop Dogg, which is cool. His album artwork was just like his old ones, which I thought was super cool callback to his old albums. Go look at some of the artwork. It's exactly the same. It's really cool. We got Too High to Riot by Boss, which I wasn't a huge fan of, but it was his first debut album, and it was okay. It was okay. And there's a lot going on with Vic Mensa. Yes, there is. There's a lot going on with Vic Mensa. That album was extremely relevant right now. I listened through it, and it'll take you off guard because it does not sound like Internet Tape, his other mixtape that he made before this one. It doesn't really sound like it. So, but it's much better. The production's up, his rapping's up, everything's on the up and up on that album. So this year has had a ton of promise so far, specifically focusing on Q, Chance, and Vic's newest album. The year has a ton of promise, a ton of it. Vic, I just told you about a lot. There's a lot going on with Vic Mensa. It's amazing. It's extremely good, relevant. He talks about some real shit on that album, and it's just super good. Chance's Coloring Book, it's really good. If you listen to that album, you will feel like a child again. It's got that effect on people of when you listen through it, you're like, I'm like 8 years old right now. This is awesome. And also Schoolboy Q, Blank Face. Blank Face is so good. I actually have a Schoolboy Q shirt that I just ordered, and it's in the washer sadly, but I'll wear it tomorrow. It's a Blank Face shirt. Just gotta support Q with this new album. It's so good. It's incredible. Blank Face is probably gonna end up being the best album of the year. Don't hit me. I probably will. It probably will end up being the best album that dropped this year, unless J. Cole or Kendrick have got like something up their sleeves and they're gonna drop some crazy shit. I don't know, but for right now, Schoolboy looks like the contender of who is going to be the best one. So the list above that I just mentioned of artists who are going to drop begs the question of, or artists that could drop this year. We kind of have to thin it out. It begs the question of who is probably not going to drop this year. So Vince Staples, yes, I think Vince is definitely going to drop this year. Because if you look at patterns that artists have of when they release work, most of them release it every year or every other year. So Vince is actually due for an album this year. So Vince, yes, he could drop this year. Absol, he could drop this year. SZA, yes, she could probably drop this year. This is, by the way, a list of people that could drop, but I'm gonna give a reason to why or why not they most likely won't. So we got SZA from TDE. Yes, SZA's actually due for an album, and I really liked her last album, and I would like another one. So do it. The Internet, the band that I was listening to yesterday on that video, they are actually due for an album too, which I looked up. Super excited about that because they have one of my favorite albums of all time, Ego Death. I put it in the link of the other video, so if you want to just copy paste that into search or whatever, or go buy it, do whatever you want, listen to it on SoundCloud, do whatever you do, or go to Spotify, it's on there, the whole album, all of them are. Super good. The Internet's actually due for one, so I really hope the Internet drops something. J-Rock, possibly. J-Rock possibly might, but it's leaning more towards the side of he's probably won't. I'm not entirely sure on that TDE post where Top had the board of all the artists that were going to drop. I don't know if J-Rock was on there. I Tell me down there. I don't know. He might have been on there, so that he might drop this year. But I'm leaning more towards no, because his release dates with his other albums have been really scattered. It was like an album in 2011, then 2013, then 2014, and then like 2015. So there was one every year, but then before that, he would skip like 2 years in between his stuff. So I'm not entirely sure. He could be due for one this year, but you can't really be too sure. I'm not entirely sure about it. Lupe Fiasco, probably not. That's another artist that I liked his last album. Tetsuo and Youth was super good. It was long. It was a super long album. I like long albums, but I don't know. It was super long. That album was pushing it. Probably not. Lupe's probably not gonna drop this year, just because he dropped 2 projects last year. I believe one of them was a EP or a mixtape. So don't think so. I don't know. He might, but I do not. I don't think Lupe is gonna drop this year. I don't think it's gonna happen. Isaiah Rashad. Yes, everyone is waiting. Isaiah, where it at? Where the f it at? Because yes, he's due for one. And Sylvia demo. His last album, mixtape. I don't know. Sylvia demo. I'm not entirely sure if it was an album or a mixtape, but extremely good. Oh my god, the production value on that thing, amazing. Like, he's got talent. His production's got talent. His beats have talent. Everything about him is talented, and I'm waiting, Isaiah, and please drop some fire on us. Call us freaking whatever that place was. I can't even remember. They got smothered by the volcano in like Greece. Because I want you to spit fire on us. Oh man. Okay. And then of course many more artists could drop this year. These are the ones that I'm specifically looking at. So now we have a more refined list. I narrowed it down to the top 3 of who I think is going to drop this year. And what I mean by narrowed it down, these are going to be probably, in my opinion, the 3 best out of the group that are going to drop. And I have some reasons why. So Absol's up first. He has an album due, so that's one reason I think he's going to drop. These days, his last album wasn't very well received. It didn't get great reviews. People really didn't understand what he was doing. It's a little confusing. A lot of people are saying that his album was reference to how rappers rap these days, and that's why all the songs were a little off, but you can't really be too sure on any of that. So he's probably he has something, eating at him. He's like, these days wasn't that great. I got to come back with something crazy. I got to come back with something hard and get it going. So I think Absol definitely is going to drop, and he's going to do good. I hope. I hope he doesn't get too artsy with it, because these days was a little artsy and it didn't go great. So do what you know, and Absol knows what he knows really well. So he needs to keep on doing that. Next, Isaiah Rashad. I'm so excited for Isaiah to drop. I need him to. He has an album due. Sylvia Demo's production, his last mixtape or album, I cannot remember, had the production value of like 10 out of 10. It was so good. If you listen to the beats on that album, it's impressive. He's in his flow and the way he talks, it's crazy. So Isaiah is definitely due for an album, and he's due for his best album he's made. So I'm extremely excited. And then the last one, my favorite rapper, Vince Staples. He should be dropping. He's due for an album, and I really hope he does, because I love Vince. He's like my favorite rapper right now. I'm re-listening to Summertime '06 to get a good listen on it, because I did not give it enough credit, I don't think. So I've been re-listening to it today. Yeah, he's my favorite rapper. He's due for one. He was featured on Schoolboy Q's Blank Face. Not the song Blank Face. On his album Blank Face, on the song Ride Out, Vince Staples was featured. And this isn't really a reason, but it's like, you listen to that song and you're like, okay, Vince, you gotta get him a Famous Bowl or a $5 fill-up box or something, because he's hungry. you just listen to that, and like after everything, you're like, oh, you just don't want to listen to it around your parents. You don't want to listen to this around your parents. He's crazy. Like he goes off on that track, and he's incredible. Like, so I think he's gonna drop, and I think he's gonna drop some crazy thug shit, and it's gonna be awesome. He's gonna go hard, rap about some upbringing stuff. I think he's gonna get a little more deeper, and I don't know. The next album's gonna be hard if he comes out with it, and I'm super excited about that. So that was my list, or my top 3 of who I think are gonna have some of the best albums this year. I think Schoolboy is going to have the best album that dropped this year in terms of rap and hip hop. I definitely think he's gonna have probably the best one. But these other 3 that I listed, Isaiah Rashad, Ab-Soul, and Vince Staples, they could have super close second, thirds, and fourths. Because they could do super, super, super good work. We know that. We've heard songs where we're like, why don't you do this all the time? So, and I don't know, just something about this year. I got a good feeling about it. I got great feeling that a bunch of people are going to drop, people we didn't even expect, and it's all going to be great. I'm hoping it's all going to be amazing. I just saw on here that Lupe Fiasco just dropped a song called Pick Up the Phone. So if you want to go check that out, or if you want me to make a video of me listening to it and give you my thoughts on it, I have not listened to it yet. So if you'd like that, put it down in the comments when I upload this, and I'll do it. Because I have not listened to it yet, so now's the time. Or if you have any recommendations on something to listen to and maybe do a review over, I'd be happy to do that too. So if you have any music or hip hop, R&B, or rap music that you like that I have not heard, post it down below. I'll probably give it a listen. So anyway, guys, this has been. Wait a second. Am I seeing what I'm seeing right now? I'm looking on the latest uploads on this real quick, and we got some stuff dropping, boys. Not albums, but there are some songs dropping right now, actually. We got that Lupe Fiasco song. Song. We got Gucci Mane. He just uploaded something new. I've never been a fan of him, but he did upload something new. DJ Drama just uploaded something new. Okay, cool. So a lot of songs have been actually uploaded the other day. That's really cool. That's awesome. Okay, so we already got new Lupe stuff. That's awesome. See, I don't know now, because I said possibly not on Lupe, and it's very possible that it could be. We'll see. We'll check it out. Let's see if the list was right. I'll leave it down below so you can give it a review or just read over it if you want to. This has been Musically Inclined, and I hope you guys have a great day. I'll probably be back tomorrow, next day, whenever anything drops, whenever news happens. I'll probably make an upload about it. So anyway, guys, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you guys next time. Check me out.